Some of these videos are going to be shorter than others, some will be longer than others. It just depends on how many moves are in each little bit and how many of them I think you've done before, which will determine how much I waffle on about what to do next. So we got to our first single whip in that first little segment. Open the right hand and you kind of turn the palms out to the sides as you push in. When you push down, that's going to bring the weight into your left leg, so you can pull the right foot in, and then you've transferred the weight into the right, but you haven't lifted the left foot, but you've just put the weight into the right. Same as what you do when you prepare and you're moving the weight around. So when your hands get to here and you turn the palms towards each other with the forearms width in between, you know what's coming next. You lift up, the left leg is now light because the weight is in your right leg, so you can lift up and play the lute on the left, which means your left hand is higher than the right and you are up on your left heel. This next bit is a bit that people in my classes really like. I call it the wipe and the swipe. So you lift your left heel and bring it out to your left a bit, so you're expanding your stance. Then you flatten that foot and you present your left forearm and put your right hand on the left elbow and you wipe across. And wiping across really is just that. So you wipe across and then you pull down and pull in, and then your fingertips are kind of against the heel of that hand. You step out and you bend that right knee. We're kind of going angle to angle, the same as we do with the brush knee and push and the part wild horses main and the 24. Don't go straight, we go, if that's 12 o'clock, we go to like 2 o'clock and 10 o'clock. That's our angles. So we started with play of the lute there. Heel comes out, flatten, present, wipe, down and pull in, step out, bend the knee. Then we do it on the right, so present the right arm, wipe, pull down and step in, step out, bend the left knee. Remember again, we don't want this. I'm just having a look at myself. There's a window that I can see myself in, and I'm just kind of checking it. I was doing that a little bit, but remember, even though we're doing that and it feels good to stretch out like that, we don't want to do that. We want to keep grounded, so everything below the waist being pulled into the ground, everything above the waist being lifted into the sky. We want to keep that upright, and we can still have a nice stretch that way. And every time I pause, I keep forgetting how many repetitions I've done. So, play the lute on the left, heel comes out, 1, there, 2, there, 3, there, and that's how many we do. There's 3. Again, be careful not to get that elbow up too high. Try and keep it nice and relaxed. As always, if you need to do a little breather check, breathe out and see what kind of drops. So that was our third one. Our fourth one takes us into a move that we know well. So it starts the same but ends different. So we present again, left hand on the right elbow. We wipe across and we turn the right hand down so that forearm is now in front of the body. We make a fist with the left hand. We pull in and across and step in, and we hide that left forearm. So we're going to do deflect, parry, punch just on the other side. It's exactly the same moves, it's just on the other side of the body. So we move the right hand, step out on the left heel, deflect, flatten the foot, come up on the toes of the right foot, pivot at the waist, which means you can step in and through and punch your punch. Then the right hand can become the top of the ball, the left hand opens up, pulls down, step in, hold the ball on the right, and we're going to do another move that we know very well, grasp peacock's tail. So we step out, push up and away, turn the waist, bring the hands over to the right, make the T shape, push off the right leg to come forwards, wipe the back of the hands and separate, push off the left leg to come back, come underneath, and push off the right leg to come forwards. And that is really the end of that little sequence. So the main bit that we've done in there that's kind of different is we've done deflect, parry, punch on the other side of the body, but we've learned about wiping and swiping. Wiping and swiping is very big in the 48. That's how you tend to get from one move to another. And remember, it's just that. Also, when you're doing the wiping and swiping, you can kind of do it quite linear to start with, but once you're getting comfortable with it, make it a bit more circular. See how that was more, I'm not sure the best angle to show you. You come around, then down and in. And it's that down and in that pulls the foot in, and that's what helps you with your movement. So let me do it the other way. So that would mean it's not so much from the back, it's just from a different side, isn't it? Okay. So that was the single whip. We open, pull in to play the lute on the left, heel comes out, wipe and swipe, pull in, step out 1, step out 2, step out 3, starts the same but ends different because we're going to do deflect, parry, punch. So deflect, parry, punch, hold the ball on the right, grasp peacock's tail, to there. So that's our second little sequence there. Just in case I've made a mistake, it does happen. I'm just going to do another little run through so I know what I'm doing. So we've got our single whip, pull in to play the lute, heel comes out, wipe, swipe, pull down and in, 1, wipe and swipe, pull down and in, 2, wipe and swipe, pull down and in, 3, starts the same but ends different. So that's in front of the body there, pull in, hide the fist, deflect, parry, punch, hold the ball on the right, grasp peacock's tail on the left. Yeah, on the left. So that's our second little sequence in the 48 step Tai Chi form.